Sunday. It's happening. It's coming. It's pretty exciting. I don't know. Honestly, I'm of two minds on this. I keep going back and forth. I talk to a lot of people. A lot of my friends think, yeah, of course, Noka. This is like he has to do this now. Things are trending in his direction in the polls. Why give the opposition more time to go after him, and why give himself more time to make mistakes, because these mistakes are going to keep happening. I don't know. I understand that. A part of me thinks if he governed for a little while, he'll show leadership. He'll show that he can he can deal with Trump. He'll show different. I don't know. What do you think, Cody? Where are you at with this?
I think the only loser in this election call that we're expecting on Sunday, which is Sunday the 23rd, I believe.
Yeah.
The day before the House was supposed to return. I think that the only person that's going to lose in all of this is the NDP. I think that right now, it's time. I think that the Conservatives, they need to do this now. I also think that the Liberals need to do this now, because sugar, like on a child, the sugar high is not going to last forever, right? And that could, what I believe that what Carney is experiencing is a sugar high, because, Trudeau was dead and gone in the water, and a lot of people tuned out because they thought that the Conservatives were headed for a supermajority. And as we seen in the Ontario provincial election, if it looks like one party is gonna win, there's a whole other side of that that demoralizes people who may not vote for the party that's going to win. So, but I hope he's going to call it Sunday. We were talking before we came on air that it's either going to be April 28th or May 5th.
Yeah.
I don't care what date it is. I just want to be right, because last week I had said that it was going to be somewhere in around May 5th. And if he calls it on the 28th, I'll be 7 days off, and I'm not very happy with that. So,
well, there you go, everybody. Cody just wants to be right.
I don't care when it is.
He doesn't even care who wins. He just wants to be right about the date. So that's good. I agree with you on a couple of things. I think, though, Carney. So I disagree. I agree with you on everything you said, except the part about the sugar high. I do think that there's a honeymoon period. There's always a honeymoon period, right, with a new leader, except for some reason, provincially, we did not see a honeymoon period with Bonnie Crombie. I don't know why. That was weird. But
that was probably because she was defined before she even took over as leader.
Yeah.
I think that's what it was.
Potentially. Yeah. I agree with that, actually. For sure. Because, that was weird. There's supposed to be a honeymoon period with a new leader. So you're right. There's a honeymoon period. He's in the midst of it. It's wonderful. Everybody wants to meet this new guy and see what he's doing. He's going around playing hockey, whatever. Cool. I also think that there is a huge thing, and I've been talking about this for a very long time. I've even, said it to so many friends of mine in the Conservative Party. Pierre has a likability problem. He has a likability problem. He's not likable. He's grumpy. He's grouchy. Everything is broken. And Canadians don't really like that. They don't really resonate with that. We're generally happy, nice people, right? We say thank you and sorry and all those kinds of things that people say about us. Those things are not entirely untrue. We are nice people for the most part, right? I'm sure there's a couple mean people out there. And we like positivity. We gravitate towards positivity. Our voters gravitate towards positive things. The problem was Trudeau was so unpopular. He was so unpopular and he wasn't leaving. He just wouldn't leave. You had staff telling him to leave. You had, ministers sound it had to get to a point where, his own deputy prime minister, who's the finance minister, writes a letter and tells him to resign. Bro, where's your dignity? That's too much. So he wasn't leaving, he was refusing to leave, and he was getting more and more unpopular by the day. So I think that Canadians never really liked Pierre. They just parked their vote with him because they wanted someone who can get Trudeau out of there. And once Trudeau is gone, now I don't need to park my vote with anyone. Now I can vote for whoever I kind of like, right? And there's this new guy who's shiny, who's governor of two banks, who is an experienced, very knowledgeable economist in the middle of an economic crisis. Maybe that's the guy I need. That's, I think, what's going on underneath all of this. But you're right, there is a honeymoon period on top of everything. But I think the undercurrent, or the what's going on underneath everything is, Pierre was just not the right guy for the Conservative Party. He wasn't the right guy for this moment. He just wasn't the right place at the right time. And what's that saying? The rug was pulled under his feet, or what's the saying?
Yeah, the rug was pulled out from under him. Yeah.
Yeah, that's basically what happened. And now he's kind of like, oh, what's going on? And it's like, buddy, you weren't really popular. They just hated the other guy so much. That's the only reason you were doing so well. So we'll see if I'm right. There will be an election. We are going to cover it. Are you excited about this?
Yeah, I am. I think it's time. I think generally the mood of the country is that they wanted an election for a very long time. And I
Yeah.
think that now, as they say, let's get on with it, right?
Yeah. No,
Let's
I
just
agree.
get on with it, right?
I'm
I
also
think
really excited because it's our second election,
exactly.
coverage in like 3 months. And it's
Yep.
like, but then after this, I don't know. Will we still have things to talk about?